Dear children, good morning. Welcome back to the online class of Sri Gokulam Public School. Today, let's continue utility analysis. Today, let us study the concepts like cardinal utility and diminishing marginal utility. You know, utility is a psychological concept. It differs from person to person. What do you mean by cardinal utility, or what do you mean by cardinal utility analysis? According to this analysis, utility is a quantitative concept, can be measured numerically. That is in terms of numbers or figures like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. That is, utility can be measured in cardinal numbers. It's a quantitative concept, can be measured numerically in terms of numbers or figures. That is cardinal measurement of utility. It is a quantitative concept, can be measured numerically like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. It is known as cardinal measurement of utility. And you know, measuring unit of utility is utils. Okay? So what do you mean by cardinal utility? Utility is a quantitative concept, can be measured numerically in cardinal numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. That we already understood in the form of a schedule. The measuring unit of utility is known as utils. Okay? So, our analysis is known as cardinal utility analysis. This analysis was propounded by famous neoclassical economist Alfred Marshall. So, this analysis is also known as Marshallian utility analysis. Okay, this analysis was introduced by Alfred Marshall or propounded by Alfred Marshall. So, this analysis is also known as Marshallian utility analysis or cardinal utility analysis. Based on psychological analysis, since utility is a psychological concept, differs from person to person. This utility analysis is very important because this analysis is the basis of the law of demand. The law of demand is a very important theory or law in economics. So, this cardinal utility analysis is very important because this is the basis of our law of demand that we will study later. Okay? Now, second concept is diminishing marginal utility. You already studied marginal utility schedule. And you understood marginal utility will be diminishing, right? Diminishing marginal utility. That is, this is a fundamental psychological law. That is, marginal utility will be diminishing or marginal utility will be decreasing when we consume more and more units of a goods or when we enjoy more and more quantity of a service. Okay? So listen, what do you mean by diminishing marginal utility? Marginal utility will be diminishing. What do you mean by diminishing? Decreasing. What do you mean by marginal utility? The additional utilities. Okay? So diminishing marginal utility, a fundamental psychological law of consumption put forward by Alfred Marshall. According to this law, this fundamental psychological law of consumption, marginal utility will be diminishing. Diminishing means decreasing. When we consume more and more units of a goods. That is, according to this law, the additional benefits from the successive units will be diminishing. What is it? The additional benefits or the marginal utilities from the successive units will be diminishing. When we consume, when we enjoy, or when we acquire more and more of a good or a service, what will happen? The additional benefits from the successive units will be diminishing. This feeling, this psychological feeling is known as the law of diminishing marginal utility. Okay? This is a fundamental psychological law in consumption. What is it? The additional benefits, that is the marginal utilities from the successive units will be diminishing. When we consume, when we enjoy, when we acquire more and more of a thing, what will happen? What will be the feeling? The additional utilities or the additional benefits from the successive units will be diminishing. Okay? This feeling differs from person to person. Okay? This is known as the law of diminishing marginal utility. Marginal utility schedule we already studied. I hope you understood the marginal utility schedule. And now you know how to derive marginal utility curve from a marginal utility schedule also. Okay? Now, last class we drawn curves from a schedule. Today, let me discuss without a schedule how we can draw curves. For example, total utility curve or marginal utility curve. Geometrical representation, as I told you. Diagrammatical representation. Graphical representation. Curves are graphical representation of a schedule. Diagram to be drawn with pencils. Okay? When you draw diagram, OX and OY axis to be marked properly. And the variable to be marked along the OX axis. For example, units consumed. For example, utility along the OY axis. Okay? The negative zone to be marked. So, without a schedule also, we can draw the curves. For example, the total utility curve. You know, an inversely U-shaped curve, total utility curve. Once you drawn the curve, you know, at the ends, you have to mark properly. Total utility curve. And the marginal utility curve is a downward sloping curve, right? And when the total utility is maximum, marginal utility is 0. Okay? So, you see, OX and OY axis to be marked properly, the variables, units consumed and the variable concerned. Okay? And total utility curve and the marginal utility curve to be drawn with a pencil. And once you completed, you know, you have to mark it properly. All this carry, you know, half mark. If suppose it's a 6-mark question, you have to draw exactly everything. Then only you will get the maximum 6 mark. Suppose you are not marking this utility, half mark may be reducing. Okay, take care of that. Okay, now without schedule also you can draw diagrams. What about the total utility curve? An inversely U-shaped curve. What about the marginal utility curve? Downward sloping curve, you know, enters the negative zone. Okay, now, as you know, let me conclude our utility analysis once again by analyzing the specific relationship between total utility and marginal utility. Number 1, when the marginal diminishes, total increases at a diminishing rate. Number 2, when the total is maximum, marginal is 0. Number 3, when the total started to decline, marginal will be negative. Okay? A next possibility I told you, suppose when the marginal is constant, total will increase at a constant rate. And last one, suppose the marginal increases, total will increase at a fast rate, that is at an increasing rate. Okay? So how can you tell? When the marginal diminishes, total increases at a diminishing rate. Total is maximum, marginal is 0. When the total started to decline, marginal will be negative. Suppose marginal is constant, total will increase at a constant rate. And suppose marginal increases, total will increase at an increasing rate. Okay, thank you.